Hello. Today's live stream I'm super excited for because last time we got through all the drafts of the responses. So what this is, depending on how many of these really long, super cool things you've watched before, I'm writing a Learning Lab course about working in large repositories. And we've gotten through all on the stream, like deciding what the course is going to be about, what the flow is going to be, what the users are going to do. Last time we finished the responses, and I'm super excited to actually try and test it again, hopefully not finding anything too big today. So this is a repository. I've been working in this pull request so far. The reason I've been doing that is I get more information about the bugs when I do it this way versus if it's completely a brand new course, you keep it in draft for a long time before publishing it. It can be hard to know exactly what's going wrong. And so I see here the last thing I did, the tests passed, but there was a failure deploying. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna sign into Learning Lab. I'm gonna sign in as a course author and try to sync the course manually and see if that works. And if not, I know my buddy Hector has given me a heads up about some haystack things that I might try to get into. That does go beyond the scope of what a typical course author can do, but since I work really closely with the Learning Lab team at GitHub, I can do that. Because I think I can do that. So let's go take a look at the course here, the admin page. So the latest course version I see 5.0.1 is pointing to 5 CFBE, and the most recent commit here is 5 CFBE. Okay, so this looks like maybe it is working. It's pointing to the right commit, so I'm just gonna try it. I'm just gonna jump in. I'm gonna join this course. Before I do that, it's gonna yell at me because I've registered for this course before during other other rounds of testing, and I need to delete the course before it will let me do it again. Or it'll be like, hey, you already have a repository named this. Delete this repository. Let's see, it's called Brandon Marie Working in Large Repositories. So working in large repositories is what this course is about. Make sure I am who I say I am. And great, deleted. So I'm gonna join this course. It's gonna be private because that's just how I have the course set to right now. It's set to private. I really hope by the end of this I can make this staff testable, but also I can extend this to other people. So if you're watching this and you're not a GitHub staff member and you want to test this course, let me know. Tweet at me or just comment here or whatever. We'll figure it out. All right, so far it's looking okay. We'll take a look. So since I'm at the phase of reviewing this, where I want all of this to be pretty okay. So close the linked issue. Okay, so this stuff is obviously gonna need reviewed. So I'm gonna go to my notes. I've kept notes on a few different days about what needs to be done, and I'm gonna do the same thing today. At some point I'll go through all of these notes and make sure they're all addressed. I'll do that before I want it to be staff shipped or have a lot of people review it, because I don't wanna waste people's time. I don't want people to go through and leave me notes that I already saw and just ignored. That would be rude. So just to do items for myself, I need to fix up the step titles and descriptions in the config. So everything that we're seeing here on this page of the Learning Lab course, that's coming directly from the config file. So step 3, for example, find a commit, find a specific commit. That's exactly what we see here. So that's where I'll edit that later. But for now, I'm going to, let's take a look actually at the details, because I think this is another thing. I need to create a course description page. So let's find my notes. Create course description page. I've just been putting it off. It's just, describing the course before people register so they know what they're getting into. And start. Da-da-da. Okay. Now I'm not going to worry too much about the responses being crazy bad. I think those are securely good enough right now. I'm just generally looking for flow and does everything work and all the good stuff. but I do want to read through the responses. Welcome to this Learning Lab course about working on large repositories. For example, it could be, so something I'm noticing right now, first of all, is if I, thinking about myself as a new learner, this does not link anywhere to like, what do I need before I do this? Like the word repositories is what stuck out to me. How do I know what a repository is? Hopefully I've gone through other courses, but I need to actually, link out to that. So in welcome issue, recommend users do the intro to GitHub course first. So if there's any prerequisites, we want to make sure that they know that before they get too deep. In this course, you'll learn how to do lots of things like, oh, that's pretty casual. I'll worry about it later. Okay, cross-linking. So GitHub has special capabilities to help reference other information on GitHub. It's two-way reference. Okay, so my step one, find an issue. Below, you'll see a reference to another issue. See below, I do think this could, well, no, that's pretty clear. The other issue references this issue. I don't remember this sentence. This is tragic that this is the much better version. It was so bad before. The other issue appears to be a duplicate, so it would be a good idea to close it. This paragraph is a little rough because there's a lot of words like it and like this, things that are referencing something that could be misinterpreted. The other issue, but I don't want to get too specific because I don't want to do the work for them. Like normally I would say issue number 2 or like show the title of it, but I want them to find it. So it's going to be fine. Find the other issue that references this issue and close the issue. So find, I want to replace. That is not a specific enough verb for me. So I'm going to say step 1, find. I want that to be navigate. And I'm going to close the issue. Great. I'm not worrying about this unhappy path yet, but I probably should start. So unhappy path means what if somebody doesn't follow the directions? How are we going to catch them? So for example, I did this right, I think, but if I would have done it wrong, what would I want to happen? So if user, so like let's say step 1, if user closes issue, which one? Issue number 1 instead of number 2, then we should probably do what? We should probably reopen it for them, link again to number 2, or show where the reference is that they missed. So they're closing the wrong issue because they haven't clicked on the other one, and we don't want them to do that. So we want to, show them that stuff. This is not auto-refreshing, so I might want to also put a note in this welcome to this course issue. I'm just going to copy all this text. I know it's kind of messy, but it's going to help me find the response way faster later. At the end, include a note about refreshing. So we saw that in some of the other responses, the other last couple times I streamed. Sometimes it can be helpful to say like, hey, you might want to refresh this page, because I presume that's what's going wrong. Oh, no, it's not. I'm hoping to see a response here. Uh-oh, debug mode. Okay, we found our first bug of the day. Issue could not be found. So close the linked issue. Closed issue could not be found. Okay, let's take a look at this config. So we can see actually from here where we're talking, it's close issue 2. So I'm presuming that means the second instance where we say close issue. Okay. It's not telling you, so maybe issue number 2. Maybe in the config, I wrongly, so here, step 1, close the linked issue. When they do that, okay, so I had done this wrong. I don't want to close there's something similar here. I want to close the other issue because the user closes there's something similar here. No, that's the wrong one entirely. It's not even open yet. Well, oof, that's rough. So I definitely had done things wrong. Like that shouldn't be closed, but it also shouldn't generate a bug. So let's focus on one thing at a time. What we do want to close is welcome. So we'll just replace that. Okay. One thing at a time here. The other things, let me double check and see if there's anything small. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to decide if I should try to tackle all these as we go, and I think I'm going to. So I'm going to go back to this first notes I took. Make sure link from pull request from commit is clear and consistent. That I've checked on. Links to each step, that we've done. Wait, did we do that? I don't think we've done that yet. Let's do that now. So what that means, what this is referring to is in the config, you can see each step has a link, and that will show up on Learning Lab in the course here. If you click the green button, it'll take you to the right step. And I need to correct those. So I had made notes about what those are, but I haven't copied them over yet. So the first one is 1, and then the rest of them, the last 2 are 6, pull 6, and then it's the middle 4 are 7. So I'm gonna go to the config. We're just gonna do the last 2, repo URL / pull 6. Same thing for step 6. And then, whoops, the other 4 are issues /7. And I believe I have done the first one already, but I'll check. So repo URL /issue7 The reason that this matters is if somebody walks away from their course for whatever reason and they come back and they want to know where exactly they are, hopefully they can find it in the issues and pull requests. But this way, if they go to Learning Lab first, they can just click the link. It should take them to the page with the issue. Where this can be a little bit problematic is if the user does something like completely off the wall and they open their own issue. That will screw up the numbering. But we can't, at this point, not worried about that level of accounting for mishaps. Not yet. I'm going to commit some things. Oops. First I need to cd to my repository. So what I've done so far is fix the issue close step and add links. Those should have been 2 commits, but it's okay. And add links for each step. Let's head back over to this list. So September 16th, all this is done. Create status, build on pull request isn't okay, so we're gonna just check that this works. In fact, that we can check now. Let's do that now. Because I know that Hector was working on it. So I'm gonna go to the different place. Go to this pull request. What I expect to see, haha, Hector did fix it. Thank you, Hector. Many sparkles to Hector. If you'd watched the other ones, there was something going wonky where this status was just not setting right. It was yellow all the time, and I couldn't get it to work. But now it works. So that was not my fault. That's cool when that happens. It doesn't happen very often. Okay, so I can get rid of this. We'll just watch out for it later. It's fine. Description on landing page. Okay, still need to do that. But I have that noted elsewhere, so I'm just going to get rid of it. When describing get blame, also talk about history and when to use. Oh, I haven't done that. Possible opportunity to add a step. That is I'm gonna call that iteration. It's like something like bigger that's really different than just fixing bugs. Issue adding get tips should say again, assign yourself. Okay, I'm gonna start with that one. That one's easier. Adding get tips. Say again. Wait, is that the one? No, it's the adding No, it is this one about documentation tips and tricks for using GitHub. Note, this is the pull request that you should assign yourself to in step. Which step is that? Step 5. So just in case they get a little bit confused or lost or whatever, then that's fine. Okay, save, and we'll commit that. Git commit. Remind user to assign themselves to proper PR. All right, what else? So that's done. When describing git blame, also talk about history when to use each. I'm gonna put that off. Step where git blame, probably a good idea for a video. You know what I ended up doing was a screenshot, so I'm gonna erase that. Connect the story from finding context to a commit to a story where we have themselves assigned to a broken PR. Yeah, that would be nice. I'm gonna not do that right now also, but I will take these things. Let's consolidate some notes. I'm gonna get rid of that file completely. No thanks, I don't need any passwords right now. Okay, so the other things from Monday, where I put the data wrong, we're missing an opportunity to show users what a really cool git blame looks like. That's true. It'd be cool if the commit that we had them find has a status and a message with the status. That's right. Okay, so those are two different things that are still good. I'll put those under flow. Actually, I'm gonna put this one under iteration because that I think is a little bit bigger, the finding a better git blame opportunity. But the commit status is something that we could do relatively easily. And then I'll delete this file because it is now empty. All right, that is enough for me right now. Let's just make sure. Okay, we're good. So we're gonna push this up and that will generate a new repository or a new course version. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this repository because I know I'm gonna need to. And then hopefully we're gonna see some, if I go back to the admin dashboard, we'll see a new version. 6.0.1 troubleshooting, great. And the commit I'm looking for is 6F3F, and that's what we've got. Great, view course page. Yay! I'm still bummed that I have to make the course like landing page, but you know, that's day one. Wait, I thought that I had that in here. Oh, I do, okay. Let me organize this a little bit. Fix up the step titles and descriptions and config. That's pretty easy. So I'm gonna make another category of just like easy-ish things. Very scientific. And this I'm also gonna put, this setting a status would be pretty, that wouldn't be that hard. It'd be kind of fun. Unhappy path is its own category for sure. And then what we've got, find, navigate to, that's it's a response, but it's pretty easy. In fact, let's move that into, yeah, whatever, it's fine. And welcome issue, recommend them here, that's pretty easy. Create course description page, I'll put that as a response thing, just more of an effort of work needed, a little bit more medium. All right, so this is ready to go. I'm gonna start this course. Welcome, find the other issue. I still didn't fix that, but that's fine. I can fix that next. It's on my list. So here I'm supposed to close this issue. And then I'm gonna be hopeful that everything went really, really well. Great, okay, so that's fixed. Beautiful. Next steps can be found here. We click that. Finding relevant history. When you're working in a repository, you wanna find other stuff. Creating references. I'm noticing that the documentation links should probably have the title of the actual article that I'm linking to, instead of just saying GitHub documentation. So I'll call that an easy-ish thing. This is just the title of the issue that's going to help me find it more easily. There are 2 links to documentation. Link text should be the article title, not generic words. Step 2, create crosslinks. Find the related issue. See, that can be more specific too. That can be like step 2, so it's this, find the related issue. That can be something like, please find the issue that's related or similar to this one. I think similar is better. They're just more specific. Comment in this issue with a reference to the related issue. Oh, and see, this is going to be confusing because it's not referenced like it was last time. It's related. So we need to call that out. And put a sublet about this does not, let's see, not mean that the, does not mean that the issue is referenced like in the last step. You should go look in the issues tab to find an issue with a similar title. So that's something that I should probably say so that they're not as confused. And then here it will just be repo URL. Again, just doing what I can here to make it easier later. So like as much as when I'm in the moment going through a course, like in this stage reviewing, if I can think, oh, it should say this, like I'll just type it out here now if I have it in my head, make it way easier later. Way easier. So comment in this issue with a reference to the related issue with a short description. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the issues. This is gonna be pretty similar, like, cause it's like, okay, here it is. So it's number 8, I'm finding it right now. My phone doesn't. It's fine. So here I'm just gonna say the other issue is similar. Number 8, comment. And then hopefully everything goes well. Great, that was fast. Finding commits. An important part of version control is the ability to look into the past by using git blame. Oops. The obvious reason to do this is to know about history. I'm gonna zoom in. Let's get blame. So that's, I did good. I like that. That looks nice. Except this, I want that to look different. What's this? It's under finding commits. Finding commits. Currently it's git blame, and I want it to be git blame. I even said, I remember saying out loud that I wanted them all to be consistent, and then I just didn't do it. Find the commit with the, oh, this is gonna be so hard with the docs, because there's, okay, I need, these instructions need to be better, because it's not everybody just knows how to find the commit. Okay. I'm just gonna edit this one directly here. I'm just gonna find this. So this will still be a step, but it's not gonna be step 1. So navigate to the code tab, and that's gonna be a link. Code, doesn't need to be that way, code tab of this repository. And that's just gonna be the home page. So repo URL is fine. And then I'm gonna put this tip here because that's when they're doing it. Click the file, click the click docs to navigate into that the docs directory. Okay, and then let's delete all this. Then what they should do is, so that's how they go to the code tab, they click the docs directory, and then they want to click the sidebar.md. Sidebar.md to view the file. There you go, to view the file. So we click sidebar.md. And then we want them to, so this is what my other note was about, like we need to explain history and blame. Let's just say blame. On the top of the file, top right side of the file, click blame to see the files to see the details of the most recent revision. There we go. And then click the commit message, add sidebar to documentation to see the commit details. Okay. Copy at least some part of the SHA. At least 6 characters of the 40 character hexadecimal string listed after commit above, let's just say listed after commit. Hexadecimal? That's a $10 word. Okay, hexadecimal in this issue. Okay, and then I'll make that bold because that's gonna be like, okay. So this is better details. So navigate to the code repository, to the code of the repository. Here we go. Okay, and then copy the first couple characters. And then I did not follow the directions that I told everyone else to of opening a new tab. So I'm gonna go back, and then I'm going to comment. Here we go. And then before I forget, oops, save, git commit, improve response for finding commit. Yeah, when I did that the first time, I very much just assumed that everybody knows how to do that, and like they don't. That's why they're taking this course, maybe. Oh, the screenshot doesn't work. Okay, so that needs to be better. Why isn't that working? I feel like this is something we've obviously run into many times before. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat. Yep. I need to first get that specific image onto the master branch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push my last changes up, and I'm gonna merge the pull request. I'm gonna continue working on a different branch. I'll make a new branch because that's what you should do. But first I'm gonna merge just so that I can reference that image on master. It's a little bit of a dirty bird way to do it, but I'm doing the best we can with what we're given, you know? So that is now merged. And I know it's going to be in responses, it's going to be in images, and I am just going to get the raw copy image address. That's what I want. Ah. Save. Okay. S. And now I want to check out a different branch. Get check out master. Oh, it wants me to abort it. Whatever. Okay, I'll commit it. No, I don't want to. Yeah, I'll commit it. It's fine. Git add. Git commit -m update reference to image. Could have been better. Git checkout master. Git pull just in case. Because this have a lot of stuff on troubleshooting, but then git merge troubleshooting. We'll pull in that last bit. Great. I'm gonna make a new branch. Git checkout -b. We're gonna call it draft edits. Why not? And then we'll just keep working there. Okay, feeling in good shape. Give more context. In the story above, you might want to mention the authors. You want to bring the information that you found with the commit to the greater conversation. In the tab where you found, I really didn't follow directions. Click the link to the related pull request. I know that it's going to be number 5. Comment with the link to the add navigation. Huh? I know I put that in there to make it more easy to understand, but boy, did I mess that up. That's really hard to understand. comment with a link. No, reference that the commits pull request in this issue. Maybe that'll be easier. Reference the pull request. Copy reference the pull request. I don't think I need to make it too complicated. Okay. Simplify instructions. And I'll go ahead and push this up. Oh, yeah, use origin. Drive to this. Okay, just so that that's done. I can still continue with the course though, it's just finding things that are borked. And then I'm pretty sure it's number 5. Yeah, so we can see that, oh, that is cute that we can see. So maybe what we'll do, what I think could be nice is say, like a tip. Try typing number 5, and seeing what happens. Do you notice a reference to the add navigation pull request? Okay, so that's kind of nice. Git commit -m add tip about referencing issues or PRs. All right, what am I supposed to do? So I'm pretty sure it's number 5. That's all I need to do to get this to pass. Great. More commit context. Historical context of developments. If you'd like to see what this looks like, great. Fix the broken build. I think that transition actually makes sense. So that is something that I had made a note to myself of that's like, that doesn't make sense. But I think it's fine. Where is it? Connect the story. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think they're ready to move on. The pull request tab, find the pull request of the failing build and assign yourself to it. And then I make sure to say, that's where I'm going to talk to you next. And it's failing. Yes. Very happy. And assign yourself. There's my cute little note. Great. Fix the build. Now that you've seen that a status can be associated with commit, let's fix this pull request up. And you can tell I've been studying German right before I did this. And you know, if anyone speaks German, it's a trennbares Verb. The commit that you make will not only Great. Cute. Okay, so edit this file. Ooh, I wonder if this is going to work. Correct the spelling of the word tricks by changing it to tricks. Ooh, it does. And I'm also going to say that they should do it on line 3 because I don't do that right now. Word tricks by changing it into tricks on line 3. Let's just put here on line 3. I'm gonna get rid of the comma because it's superfluous. I say the and the changes. Okay. Oh, in fact. There. Okay, that's better. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, let's go back to pull request. I'm feeling optimistic. So this new commit should trigger something. Oh, duh, it did. Well, it did, but it didn't. Okay, there it is. So this step 6 needs to have some more information, otherwise just like, it doesn't make sense. So please merge, let's say, great work. By correcting the spelling, your commit triggered another status. The status, you can see this represented by the green check mark next to your commit in the pull request timeline. Ta-da. Great. Let's make sure we're committing things. Clarify instructions. And we'll merge this pull request. I'm noticing there's another unhappy path thing. So If the user wanted to merge before they did this, I think they would have been allowed to. So we should try to stop that. So I'm going to go take a note there. In the unhappy path, so the pull request should set protected branches on pull request, add navigation, and then remove them after the commit with tricks happens. And I also think if the user makes a commit that doesn't fix tricks, we should reiterate the instructions. Those are all things that are not in there right now, but as a user, I would expect to be caught. Now, we're not actually validating that they delete the branch, but I still want them to do it because it's good for you. It's good, just good, healthy things to do. All right. Why am I not seeing anything here? I'm refreshing. I'm hoping to see a comment that points me somewhere. Uh-oh, there's a lot of issues open. Debug mode. 2 congratulations issues were opened. Interesting. Oh, that's not on purpose. Let's see what's going on. Empty valid. Okay. Let's go look at the config and just see if anything stands up. So merge the pull request. Okay, so the create issue congratulations for whatever reason worked too well. Okay. Make sure they're identical. That's very silly. And this says the merge the pull. Oh, so the respond is what's broken. Well, it's really funny the respond is what's broken because this sure didn't look fixed. Says value for number undefined. Oh, because it's a push event. I see Hector in chat. I hope that hasn't been there for a long time and I've ignored it. I'm sorry. Hi, Hector. Hector's also building a course. Hector, you should live stream it. We can live stream together. So I need to just say like where to respond. I don't exactly remember the syntax how to do that, so I'm gonna go to the docs. /docs/actions. And it was respond. And the field is issue. Okay, that's pretty good. And the issue where I want them to respond is not there. It's add get tips. Get tips and tricks. All right, that's pretty good. That was really good. Like got through the course. You can add get commit -m fix last step response. Hopefully that'll fix the weird double comment thing that was happening. Hector says he'll live stream sometime. Okay, Hector, let's do it. Whenever you want, or whenever I want. Let's do it right now. Let's not do it right now. I want to finish this course, but then let's do it. Okay, so let's look at the rest of this giant to-do list that I've made for myself. Let's do the easiest things. Fix up the step titles and the descriptions in the config. Okay. Okay. So close the linked issue. Let's just call this title step. What's talking about what? Cross-linked issues. It's talking about references within issues. And then here we'll call find and close the cross-linked issue. Duplicate cross-linked issue. So the title we want to be shorter, the description we want to be more specific. Title, create a cross-link, find a relevant duplicate issue pull request, and create a contextual, okay, contextual cross-link. Let's just say create a cross-link. That's fine, that's enough. Find a specific commit related to concept of issue. So this definitely, okay, this is out of control. Okay, find the commit associated with the creation of a file, of the navigation. I'm not sure if the code font would work here. I feel like it doesn't. I'm not gonna push it today. Find context, create a da-da-da. Okay, this one's not terrible. Assign yourself. There's plenty. Assign yourself to the PR. We're not gonna use that pull request with a broken build. Fix the broken build. Okay, fix the broken build by correcting the spelling, or by fix the broken build in the pull request with a new commit. And the last one, merge the pull request, merge the final. What does it say, merge? Okay. So git s, git add, git commit -m, more descriptive step titles. And then I'm going to take that off of my list. Da-da-da. It would be cool if the commit that we have them find has a status and a message with a status. That's right. So that is meaning we have them find a commit and we check for it. So we know what that is in the config. Because it's right here. It's this 312F7 thing. So I'm just gonna go find that commit real quick. And then we'll do another create status event or action. Super exciting. Blame outside of our documentation. So this is the full kit and caboodle. And then I'm thinking, why would it be cool to have a test associated? I think it would be cool, but it would only be cool if it was like a organic experience, like everything had a commit. To just add it in this one place, and then we're also not going to even like talk about it at all, I think that's not good. That's not smart. So I'm gonna change my mind here. Boom. This is an easy one. In step 1, instead of find, let's say navigate to. Okay. Easy. Navigate to the other issue. All right, save and done. Let's commit that. Get commit -m, clarify first instructions. And the welcome issue, recommend users. Oh, okay, that's right. Now this is something that we've done in other courses, so I want to just copy it from somewhere else. But it'll take longer to do that than to just write it myself. What I'm gonna write myself is in that welcome issue. Before you take this course, you may want to go through the Introduction to GitHub course on Learning Lab. And then I'll link to that. And then actually, so fun trick about Visual Studio Code and whatever set of plugins I have installed. If you select something in Markdown and just paste with a link on your clipboard, it turns it into a link automatically. That's cute. And then done. Let's commit it. Flipping through them. Recommend users do intro course first. Okay, in finding relevant history, there are 2 links to documentation. Okay, so let's find that one. Where's that? Finding relevant history. That's what I'm looking for, the title. Here we go. So these are the links that I'm talking about. You can read all about the different ways to search the article in. Different ways to search in. What does the sentence need to be like? You can read all about the different ways to search in searching issues and pull requests. Okay. Great. In the searching reports article. That makes sense. The second one is called auto-linked. Check out the article, or check out the auto-linked references and the URLs article. that will just make it easier and people look at it. Their eyes are going to be kind of drawn to those links, and I want them to be like descriptive of what's actually being linked. Add git commit. Make sure links have descriptive titles. What's next? Delete that one. Okay, we're down to 2 of the easy-ish things. Please find the related issue. Please find the issue that's related to this and similar to this one. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'm just going to find step 2. Please find related issue. Where is it? Oh, here we go. So this. Please find the issue that's related, that is similar to this one. And then I also wanted to say something like, this does not mean, okay, look at, oh my gosh, exactly what I'm talking about. I'm so glad that I typed that out when I did, because now it's just done. And I don't have to think about it, right? Like I can in just a different mode. Okay, great. And then we'll get rid of this whole thing. Finding, and under finding commits, we want to get blame to be fixed. Okay. Okay. And that is all the easiest things. I did forget to commit those last ones separately, but I think the world will keep spinning. Clarify instructions. I know that's a commit message, it's in there a lot, but I think it's gonna be fine. Okay. So talking about history, when to use each. This is not a course on finding history specifically, so I'm gonna say that's fine without it. Create course description page. I know I need to do that. Iteration, these are things I can do later, and unhappy path is later. Course description page I need to do. Okay. So this first paragraph will feature it, so make it great. Aww. Be sure to tell the learner about the technology you're teaching, why they should learn it, how they should use it. Okay, so I'm gonna just look at what does my first welcome thing say? And what can I copy and just reuse? So I'll do this. This is a learning. Okay, that is, I think, fine. Oh my gosh, what about that? What if I just keep all that the same? I'm gonna do it. Boom, easier than I thought it was gonna be. Let's commit it. Git s, git add, git commit, create course landing page content. I want to copy it, but it's okay. Okay, so when I push this up, it's gonna create another version. I'm super excited because I want to go through it again. I think it's gonna be a good one. So I do need to make I don't know if I need to make a pull request or not. I'm going to. I'll also delete this repository. Don't need this. This is the one that I'm looking for. So I want to open a new pull request. Draft edits. These are more edits while the course is still it's published, but not publicly published. Publicly published. All right, and then these I'm gonna get out of there. And then I'm gonna go to the course dashboard. I'm deploying right now. So I'm gonna be looking for the deployment with commit C. See, it keeps saying it's failing. I don't know why it's failing, or why it's saying it's failing, because it is actually working. 6E8F. At least it has been working. We'll see if it works today. Draft edits. Okay, you can see like the draft edits is a different name because of the branch. 6E8F. Yeah, okay, so it's there, so I can take it. Welcome to this Learning Lab course. All right, great. I think that's fine. I'm very optimistic. I really would like this to be, because this is what, like the 9th hour that I've spent on this. I'm ready to do a different thing, you know? I want this one to be published. I know, hours. It's really not that long. Feels like a long time. If you've watched them, I bet you it feels like a long time to you. Okay, looking at these descriptions, very cute. Notice they're consistent. They don't have periods at the end. Really, like, it'd be great if there was a style across all learning labs, but just, at least within a course, like, keep it consistent. Be professional. It's kind of stuff that people get distracted by. All right. Looks good. We have this. Oh, I love these drafts courses so much. Navigate to the other issue reference from this issue and close that issue. Okay, that is clearer. I will respond with your next steps in that issue. Okay. Close issue. Then I want to see the response here. Great, next steps can be found here. Cool, 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 cool. Finding relevant history. La, 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 la. Okay, this is nice. See, there we go. Now it's showing me what I'm going to link to. Activity. Is that a header 2? That's like a silly, stupid thing, but it should be a header 3. Which one is that? Activity step 2. Too many tabs. It is. So silly. Okay. Okay, commit -m consistent headers. So that is not going to screw up my current course or my current version or anything like that. It's all fine. Please find the issue that is similar to this one. This does not mean that the issue is referenced, like in the last step. You should go look in the Issues tab to find an issue that's no title. Okay, great. Comment in this issue with reference to a related issue with a short description. Okay, I know it's number 8. I don't need to go find it. Number 8. Okay. Go find the Shaw. Okay, this is much better instructions. Okay, navigate to the code process tip. Start this in a new tab. Noted. Click the docs to, wait. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why did that happen? I want that to be the repo URL, not this. Something must be broken. What's actually being linked here? Oh, I didn't link anything. Yeah, I did. I thought that I had. The code, repo URL. Oh, URL. It's not all capitalized. Commit, correct, repo, URL capitalization error. That's why it's so important to go through the courses. See what this, make sure it's nothing life or death. And it's not, so I'm gonna get to that later. Finding commits, da 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 da. Okay, so I know it wants me to go to the code tab. Okay, I'm gonna do that, pretend it worked. Click docs, it says. Okay, then it's like, so obviously I know, well, obviously I know what I want to do, but I want to make sure that the instructions are correct. Click sidebar to view the file. On the top right side of the file, click blame to see the details of the most recent revision. Copy, click on the commit message to see the commit details. And then it is copy some part of the SHA and comment in this issue. Okay. More than that. Okay. It's going to respond to me. Great, context. As you've already seen, this is good. Okay, this is like, okay, it's not about finding a commit, it's about like the story. And this is working. Great, great, great. Finding a pull request from a commit. Great, great, great. So in the tab where you found the commit shown in the last step, click the link to the related pull request. Yeah. Okay, this needs to be fixed. That markdown's wonky. That's fine though. Fix markdown. You know what? First I should actually make sure that that markdown is fixed. Isn't that a novel idea? So I'm just gonna go back and make sure if I were to comment this, is that format? Yeah, oh, that's better. Okay, so I can commit that. Fix markdown format, and then push that up. No. So here I could click that, I see it's number 5, and I can also see I'm supposed to just type number 5, see what happens. Okay, in the pull request tab, find the pull request of the failing build. Under assignees, assign yourself that pull request. There's only one pull request open. I think it's fine that there's only one. It'd be nice if there was like a million, but I don't know if it would be adding anything other than difficulty. Fix the build. Edit this file. Correct the spelling of the word tricks on line 3. Okay, looking good. And of course, another unhappy path thing we'll need to test. I may have even already written this down, is what if they don't? Yeah, if they don't spell tricks right, then like, it shouldn't work. And I have to go shortly here, so I hope this works well. That would be really cool. And I could just like open it up. Merge. Oh my gosh, please work with those last couple things. Yeah, great job with your final issue. Okay, cool. Done. So this is great. So the course is like almost done. I really just need to do the unhappy path stuff. But I think I can open it up to like, so internal testing, meaning I can have other people at my at GitHub go through it. If anybody else wants to go through it, let me know. And then I'll probably do another stream to fix up the unhappy path. So kind of, you know, build in those other things. There'll be some logic statements in the config there. And then have a good one.